Schools of thought in management. Introduction. Management as a discipline has evolved over time through the contributions of various thinkers and theorists. These contributions gave rise to different schools of thought, each offering unique perspectives on how organizations should be managed. These schools reflect the changing nature of work, organizations, and human behavior. Understanding the schools of management thought is important because they provide the theoretical foundation for modern management practices, including those used in libraries and information centers. Classical school of thought. The classical school is one of the earliest approaches to management, developed during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It focuses on efficiency, structure, and formal organization. One important branch of this school is scientific management, developed by Frederick Winslow Taylor. He emphasized the use of scientific methods to improve efficiency and productivity. His approach included time and motion studies, standardization of work, and specialization. Another branch is administrative management, led by Henri Fayol, who proposed principles of management such as planning, organizing, and controlling. The third branch is bureaucratic management, introduced by Max Weber. He emphasized formal rules, hierarchy, and division of labor. The classical school contributed significantly to organizational structure and efficiency but has been criticized for ignoring human and social aspects. A Neo-Classical school of thought, human relations approach. The Neo-Classical school emerged as a response to the limitations of the classical school. It emphasizes the importance of human behavior, motivation, and social relationships in the workplace. A major contribution to this school came from the Hawthorne studies conducted by Elton Mayo. These studies revealed that workers' productivity is influenced not only by physical conditions but also by social and psychological factors. This school highlights the importance of communication, leadership, group dynamics, and employee satisfaction. While it improved understanding of human behavior, it sometimes overlooked organizational structure and efficiency. Modern school of thought. The modern school integrates both classical and human relations approaches and views the organization as a complex and dynamic system. One important concept is the systems approach, which sees an organization as a system of interrelated parts working together to achieve common goals. It emphasizes coordination and interaction among different components. Another concept is the contingency approach, which suggests that there is no one best way to manage. Management practices should vary depending on the situation, environment, and organizational needs. The modern school also includes quantitative techniques, such as operations research and management science, which use mathematical models and statistical methods for decision-making. This approach is more flexible and realistic, making it suitable for modern organizations. Behavioral school of thought. Closely related to the Neo-Classical approach, the behavioral school focuses on understanding individual behavior, motivation, and leadership. Thinkers like Abraham Maslow and Douglas McGregor contributed to this school. Maslow proposed the hierarchy of needs, which explains human motivation in terms of different levels of needs, from basic physiological needs to self-actualization. McGregor introduced Theory X and Theory Y, which describe two contrasting views of workers, one assuming workers are lazy and need control, and the other assuming they are self-motivated and responsible. This school emphasizes employee development, motivation, and participative management. Quantitative school of thought. The quantitative school, also known as management science, focuses on the use of mathematical and statistical techniques in decision-making. It involves tools such as linear programming, forecasting models, and data analysis to solve complex problems. This approach is particularly useful in planning, scheduling, and resource allocation. However, it may overlook human and social factors in organizations. Comparison and significance. Each school of thought has contributed to the development of management as a discipline. The classical school emphasizes structure and efficiency, the Neo-Classical and Behavioural schools focus on human relations, and the modern school integrates these approaches with flexibility and adaptability. In practice, modern management uses a combination of these approaches depending on the situation. Application in library management. In libraries, these schools of thought are reflected in various practices. For example, classification and cataloging systems reflect classical principles of organization, while user services and staff motivation reflect human relations approaches. Modern libraries use systems thinking and technology, aligning with the modern school of thought. Conclusion. In conclusion, the schools of thought in management represent the evolution of management theories over time. From the efficiency-focused classical school to the human-centered Neo-Classical and Behavioural schools, and finally to the flexible modern school, each has contributed valuable insights. Understanding these schools helps managers adopt appropriate strategies and improve organizational effectiveness in different contexts, including library and information centers.